Munster and Connacht served up a real treat at Thomond Park. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. Had a scrappy opening to this one, the first kind of, few minutes. Munster, though, looking to move the ball at every opportunity, but defences are on top early on. They're bossing territory in that opening 10 minutes and plenty of possession as well. But penalty then allows Connacht to get a foothold in that Munster half. Hodnett then fails to hold an ankle middle offload, and Connacht have a scrum in a decent position. Murphy, there at 9, making his debut, move from Leinster. He steps Casey, and they're in behind there, off the back of that scrum. Finds Bolton on the touchline, passes it back inside, and Ioane is over to score. Conversion's missed, 5-0 to Connacht, and for all of Munster's territory and possession, they're behind. Connacht then come forward again, amazing offloading, and then some great hands from Hansen and Ioane as well. Puts Murphy over to score. He did a great job as well, just juggling with the ball and managing to hold on to it to dot it down. Initially the try actually isn't given, but then we come back with Timo review, because I think Ioane had knocked it forward initially, but then Timo review confirms backwards from him, and Murphy, although he juggled with the ball a lot, he didn't knock on himself. So try's good. Then they add on the extras there as well, 12-0, and brilliant start from them. Then have a good break from Farrell. That gets Munster back into the Connacht 22, but Casey tried to force a pass on the base of a ruck to Lockman when it wasn't really on, and ball goes forward 5 metres short of the line. During that move as well, there's a big hit from Josh Murphy on Coombs in the build-up, and Connacht, you have to say, they've been very physical in defence, and it was something that the Munster coaches were talking about as well, and you can really see it, the physical edge that wasn't there with Connacht last year, and a lot. It looks like they've made strides forward since last year, and hopefully that means it's going to be a more consistent year for them. But Munster, they come again. Farrell offloads to Ruan Quinn. He finds Casey. Move breaks down again 5 metres from the line, but we come back for a review on a high tackle. It's Cordero on Casey. He gets a yellow card. It's mitigated due to the step from Casey, but it was head on head, so yellow is pretty fair there. Munster then strike pretty much straight away. Nankinville rides a soft tackle from Conor Oliver, who had an excellent game otherwise, and he goes over to score under the post. Billy Burns adds the extras, and it's 12-7. Munster looking to really take advantage of that extra man. We then have a snipe from Casey that gives them momentum. Then Farrell carries it to within a few metres of the line. Wycherley, though, he gets held up over the line as Munster were trying to force their way over. Burns then does well to keep the ball alive before Hodnett offloads from the deck to Haley. He twists and turns, ties that Connacht defence in knots before going over to score. Extras nudge Munster ahead for the first time in the game, 14 points to 12. Connacht then have a period of possession close to that Munster line. It breaks down as Max Hansen was trying, an offload close to the line that goes forward. There was, some claims that maybe, Munster actually interfered with, but the referee said it was okay. But he did have that, defence stretch there. No score, but they did manage to run down the bulk of the remainder of the yellow card time. There was about 20 odd seconds left at that. And Connacht, they've continued to retain that possession, and it seemed like they were going nowhere, because Munster were kind of doing that thing where you slowly march the opposition back towards halfway. Then Ioane breaks, and he's got Murphy in support, and he puts him over to score. Ford converts then for 19 points to 14. Connacht now back to 15 and back in front, and that's half time. Early in the second half then, Munster make a brilliant start. They go to the corner, set up the maul, they get it close to the line, and Barron breaks off. He goes really close, it's recycled, and Hodnett manages to get over to score. Burns adds the extras, and Munster get their noses back in front. Craig Casey, then he's down injured. It was a big hit from Sam Prendergast. Munster, they don't have anyone filling in at 9, and Connacht take that opportunity to counter ruck, win themselves a penalty, and it's in front of the post. Ioane, he goes for the post, but it actually comes off one of the uprights. Hansen, though, he reacts quickest, gets to the bouncing ball first. Connacht, then they've got that Munster line under siege, and it's Munster's turn to come up with some great defence. Coombs gets in under the ball, and they manage to hold it up over the line, but Connacht then strike from the goal line drop out, spread the ball. Heffernan offloads to Hawkshaw, and he shows good pace and elusive running to get over to score. Ioane tags on the extras, and it's 26 points to 21. Pendulum swings once again. Munster then get a free at the scrum. Casey taps and goes quickly. They get it out wide to Daly. He steps back inside, and then Coombs barges his way over to score. Really nice flowing move from Munster there. Tony Butler on for Burns, who I think probably picked up a knock. He looked a bit ginger as he was going off, but Tony Butler's on for him. He lands the conversion, and Munster ahead again. 28 points to 26. Both teams now have a try bonus point in the bag. Then a beautiful offload from Hansen puts Connacht away on the left. They kick over the defence, and Munster carry it back over their own line. Scrum 5. Blade now on at 9. He takes it from the base and feeds forward, who barges his way over to score. Ioane converts 33 points to 28. And now Connacht are in the driving seat. Munster though work it back up to that Connacht line. They win a penalty advantage, decide to go wide. Nankivell keeps it alive, and then Daly goes over to score. Butler nails the conversion for 35 points to 33. We then have a penalty. That gives Connacht a chance to go up the line, potentially, set themselves up for a drop goal or maybe even a try to seal victory. 2 minutes left on the clock, but Ioane misses touch. Haley kicks clear. Connacht pen in their own half. They're not really, making progress, so they try a chip over the top. It's claimed by Casey. Then a couple of recycles later, he gets it off the field to end the game. 35 points to 33 to Munster, and a hugely entertaining game from both of them. Connacht performance, was something I think that we didn't see much of last year from them, in terms of just being able to stick in the game and be able to respond, and just they're all around play as well. Like, Murphy and Ioane, both excellent, new halfbacks in there. Defence was very aggressive, handling superb, especially for this, time of the season. Like there were very few drop balls for them, and some of the stuff, offloads and intricate passing and stuff that they pulled off as well was very impressive. And it looks like as well they got more depth in the squad there now, and probably a bit more balance in the squad now. As the season goes on, obviously you're going to have injuries and stuff, and that's really going to be tested. But at least for now, it's looking like there's a lot more quality there than there was last year. Munster, they had to dig deep to come back so many times. Lots of handling errors from them. Certainly their handling was nowhere near up to the standard that Connacht had. Not to say that they didn't produce some great rugby, just that there were a lot of kind of, forced passes and maybe, mistiming and stuff like that as well in terms of runs, but didn't dissuade them from throwing the ball around. Anyway, Casey was very sharp. Burns, I think, went well at 10. Butler as well when he came on to replace him. Coombs was brilliant. There was lots of really good performances, I think, on both teams, and it's kind of similar to Edinburgh Leinster last night, really. A lot more positives than negatives for both of those teams. So that's the end of this one. I will be covering the Ulster game as well, but I'm probably going to it's getting on now. Like, I have to be up at like 4 a.m. So I'm not going to watch that one live. I'm going to watch it as live tomorrow, and then I'm going to do a review of that. So probably tomorrow evening, that one will be out. And then on Monday, then we'll have the review for the opening round. And so far, it's been a fantastic opening round. Like, as I said, the game of curling last night was brilliant. The other game that was on last night was excellent. A bit of a, an upset of a result in that one as well. And the other games that have been on so far today have looked pretty tasty as well. So, really good start to the season. And I'm just, looking forward to more and more of this. Is brilliant.